Today I'm here with Geoff Slye from Mountain West Bank. Geoff, thank you so much. I know with the low inventory, people are freaking out that if they sell their home, they may not be able to find the home that they really want to buy. There's nothing available out there.
Absolutely, yep.
So tell me some misconceptions with building your own home.
Absolutely, and thank you for having me as well. Main misconception would be is that you have to sell your home before you move. Now, we've devised some programs at Mountain West Bank where if you were to have equity in your home, we can utilize, even if the house is listed, home equity lines of credit to use as a bridge loan. Now, I want to say that again. You could use the existing equity in your home as a down payment to the construction loan. As a community bank, we don't think it's in our best interest or feel it's in our best interest to force you to sell that home, move all your stuff, do first and last in a rental, things of that nature. So
live in a trailer on the property absolutely. While you're trying to build.
And we've seen all those
with 5 kids.
Unfortunately, for people without equity, that's what needs to happen. So the other misconception being that you don't need a full 20% down anymore. We have construction loans at Mountain West Bank that are 10% down. We put MI mortgage insurance on them, just like we would a regular 5 or 10% down purchase, and those are great as well.
And so, with the 10% down, once the buyer makes up the difference of the different 10% in equity, then that MI comes off, right?
Absolutely.
So they're not stuck with that forever, like
correct.
With an FHA loan.
Absolutely correct, and it goes off the original appraisal and amortization schedule, so it could come off as soon as 2 years, you know, or even better. Say you used some of or all of your equity to utilize your down payment to get to 90% because you didn't quite have enough equity. What we would do is put mortgage insurance on it, and then when you get to the finish line and the financing is finalized, then you could throw another lump sum of money on it and we'll get you into regular conventional financing without MI on it. So you're using a portion of your equity as the bridge and the other portion to pay down the note. And we will also re-amortize your payment to be consistent, like you have all the money at the same time up front, which is fantastic.
I know one misconception when I talk to a lot of buyers, they think, well, I have to own the land already in order to start the building process. So I can get a construction loan, but only once I spend $75,000 on the land. And by the time I spend that $75,000 on the land, I no longer have even the 10%. Can you explain some things you guys have on that?
What is fun about our program, always exciting to tell people, is that you don't have to own the property up front. You can do what's called a one and done close, meaning you have one set of closing costs. And the only thing that differentiates the refinance from the purchase is, do you already own the property? Now, you as a real estate agent, you could go out and do a land contract and a construction contract in tandem, and that we just call that a land construction purchase. So we're going to purchase the land and start the construction loan at the same time. Again, same things apply. It's 10% down. If 20% would be great to avoid mortgage insurance, but that's absolutely fantastic. And dollar for dollar, when we're requiring the 10% down, any nickels you put into the construction loan or the land loan serves as your down payment. So just keep those receipts in that HUD settlement statement, and dollar for dollar, that counts as your down payment.
So even if you've bought some property a while ago and now you want to get a construction loan, you can actually use what you already spent on the property as part of your down payment.
And even better than that, we're going to take the HUD settlement statement, even if it's been within a year, we're going to take the settlement statement and go, oh, he paid $90,000 for the land. Even better for that, if you did site improvements like road or site improvements,
septic or well,
and that show me those receipts, and that all goes towards the equity of the land, which is fantastic. Yeah.
Wow. And you're locking in today's interest rate, even though you might not even sell your home for another year. You're locking in today's interest rate, which gives you more buying power in order to sell your home a year down the road and build your dream home.
Yeah, and actually that's a good point. We do lock the rates up front. We can do a one and done construction loan up to a 10-year adjustable rate mortgage, and that'll be an interest only payment throughout if your construction is going to take longer than 9 months. Now, if your construction is going to take less than 9 months, it's not a huge custom house, or you're working with a builder that's extremely got everything in order, we're not starting in November where we're worried about snowfall, things of that nature, you can certainly do a fixed rate. And we can take today's rate and we can do a one and done fixed rate That way you'll pay 12 months of interest-only payments based on the amount borrowed on the construction loan.
Okay.
And then after that, after 12 months, or in this case fixed rate, 9 months, it automatically converts to a principal, interest, tax, and insurance. You don't have to come back to me to requalify. There's no credit pull. And this is huge. There's no new appraisal either. So if the market started to regress a little bit, you are done up front. So where a huge problem could come in on customs and has before is the market started to back out a little bit, or we're going into wintertime and the comps aren't as good. And so it seems on paper you would lost some value. You literally have to come in with the additional cash when you go to do your end loan if you didn't do an all-in-one.
Which is scary.
Which is super scary. Yeah, absolutely. It could make or break the financing.
Yeah, that's
or
how a lot of
MI
people
that
lost.
you didn't anticipate as an expense. So I always, even if you want a fixed rate and you think you're going to take longer than 12 months, I always applaud these people that want to do the 5-1 arm, 7-1 arm, 10-1 arm, because you're protected for at least that long. It allows you to get through construction, and then after that, you have the fixed rate option if rates had gone up, right? But you don't have the second appraisal. Say you had a job loss, something outside of your control. You don't qualify for the final end loan financing. So yeah, it's a big deal to do the one and done. Absolutely.
So with all of that, you can qualify yourself and not have to have a builder that's putting down all this money that's then going to charge you more.
Yeah.
But I do want to point out that it's really important that you are working with a reputable builder. You're not going to just loan money to somebody that's doing their own building. And I know that a lot of people want to do that. Unfortunately, there's not enough subs right now. You can't know that they're going to actually be able to finish that job.
Yeah, it's tough. Even with these guys that say, well, you know, I have enough friends that do it in the business and things of that nature. That doesn't typically come to reality in today's market. There is a lack of subs, and we can't control timing and things of that nature. So that's a big deal. And Mountain West Bank takes a lot of pride in vetting the builders themselves to make sure that, hey, we're not late with any of our suppliers. We've done X amount of projects. We typically complete them in X amount of days. Their personal credit's good. So we do a lot of that. In conjunction to that, I'm not working for the builder. I'm working for the client, our mutual client. And so you'll find us doing a lot of things like inspections before draws go. Before a contractor can take a draw, they personally have to go out and visit the site and make sure that those schedules of work are done. And then them, as the borrower applicant, they get to have the final say, yes, send this draw. And it's all done at a local level, and it's super quick. So yeah, it's awesome.
Well, and I know another thing, I've actually have heard of people that have gone out and have talked to a builder. They bought their own land, and then they were planning on getting the house refinanced after it was built, and they gave the builder a large down payment, and then the builder disappeared. And that kind of thing does not happen with you guys because you're vetting them before that.
We're vetting the builder, their credit, their financials. We love to have builders in town, reputable ones with brick and mortar in town, where they're not just going to drive their truck off to another state and start the process again. So you absolutely, unfortunately, not all builders qualify. We have almost every reputable builder in Spokane, Idaho, Coeur d'Alene on that list. But I can't guarantee you if you brought your Uncle Joe over that we can get him on our approved list. So
it's fair. It's fair. Not everybody can qualify.
Yep.
Thank you so much for coming and visiting with me today.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you, Cambria.